Ah, well, mon nom s'appelle SK, original.
And this is all natural. It's all mine. Okay.
Why do you come to Bespoke Hairstyles?
They pay me. Oh, Bespoke Hairstyles. Well, I think it has been a long journey, and it started when Melissa and Getz decided to do their own thing, and I've always been somebody who's done their own hair. They just understood that there are people who do their own hair, but also need to go to people who understand hair to do their hair for them, if that makes any sense. I like to do my own hair, and I like to play around, and Melissa and I have known each other for years, and we've often talked about the different hairstyles we've done. So when Melissa said she was going to do it, I was like, oh, it might be nice to just have somebody else who understands doing hair to play with my hair. And she did my hair in a way that I felt very comfortable with. I didn't ever feel that there was pulling, or if there was pulling, and I told them about it, I didn't feel scared to. And I think the reason why I've always done my own hair was because I enjoyed playing with my hair. But when I started doing, I've had 2 lots of traditional locks that I've cut. And when I first did it, I was scared to tell the loctician when it was too tight. And particularly when I did my second session, because the girl was just awful and it was just a horrible experience. And in the end, I had to shave my hair up again because there were bits that were pulled too tight. So that wasn't a very enjoyable experience. But since I met up with Melissa and Uget, and they said that they were going to start doing hair, I came with my daughter, and it has been a wonderful experience. And then the Sisterlocks started, and I've been looking at Sisterlocks and always thinking, this might be something that I might want to do, but I didn't really know, I hadn't done any research. I've been looking at people and having lock envy and like, wow, my goodness, I could do that. You know, I like the idea of having a permanent style that was still natural, but wasn't locks, because I got quite bored with locks, and I enjoy the versatility of Sisterlocks. So when Melissa and Uget said that they've done the training and that I should go and do the training, I haven't done the training because, well, issues, PhD and things. Can you believe it? Soon I'll be Dr.
Yay!
Soon. I've received it, Melissa. Thank you. I'm probably going on a bit too long now, but when they then told me that they were doing Sisterlocks and that they could be my consultants, I thought, well, okay, well, this is a big moment, because it is a big commitment. And they made it very clear to me. So I used to come and have my hair done. I'll bring my daughter, we'll have our hair done. They did my wonderful 1940s wonderful style. And I think that was our last style, wasn't it?
That was our last style.
When I turned 40.
Yeah.
And then I decided, well, this is going to be my birthday present to myself. Major investment. And so I came and had a consultation with the ladies, and they explained everything about what Sisterlocks is and how they install it, and that it is a commitment and a financial commitment. That by the by, anyway, I was like, yeah, I would do that, and decided, and I think we started on the 11th of December, on the 9th of December to the 11th of December, installation, my Lord. Whew, that is when you realize what a commitment that is. A major commitment, and you started, and they were so meticulous. And that's the thing, that's the thing that keeps you going, because they're meticulous about getting it right, about the training that they've had, and making sure that the mistakes that they have experienced themselves, and I think that's a major thing with their work, the mistakes or experiences that they have gone through, it shows in how they treat their clients. Because they took a lot of time and explained to me that I will need to book off those 3 days so that it can be done and done properly. And not just done, just it was really about making sure that I understood the process and that it was done properly and meticulously, and that I would enjoy the end product. So it took 3 days. It really did take 3 days. I was number 1 client. And wow, I mean, it has been a long journey. So yes, I got my Sisterlocks in and I went home and I started styling and I was like, oh my God, my hair moved. This is me, you know. All my family, I was like, and they were like, oh, it's a bit thin. I was like, yeah, but it's going to thicken up. In my head, I was like, oh my God, is it going to grow? Is this, am I going to, because I've seen other people who have Sisterlocks, and I remember I met one girl and I was like, oh, your hair looks good. Oh, the first few weeks, the first few months, I felt like, I was like a drowned rat because it was really thin. But the time I saw her, they had filled out. So I realized that it really is a process. And that was one thing that they made very clear from the get-go during our consultation, that every hair is different. There's nothing you can do. And there are no two hair types that are the same. And so I think that is really important, that it's about coming back to enjoying what your hair does. And I have thoroughly been surprised by the movement of my hair, the growth of my hair, finding out where my sensitive areas are, where my weak points are, where my strength is, where the growth is, points that locked quicker than others. It's just been a real relationship with my hair that I didn't have before. Yes, I enjoy playing with my hair, and this has been a totally new experience. I've now celebrated my first birthday with my Sisterlocks. I'm now and can I just say, today is the first day that they have actually oiled my hair. They have actually put oil, not spritz with a bit of rose water and a little bit of oil. Like, I wish I could show you the bottle. She put oil in my base. I mean, like, that was in my scalp. That has never happened for over a year. Can you imagine? But then you realize that we actually don't need all that product on our hair. So I keep on saying it has been an experience and a journey. And
what is it like to be to come to Bespoke Hairstyles?
This service is a family service. You get the sense that it is a homegrown business, and that is important, because when I come here, I don't feel like, oh my God, I've got to be on time. I mean, of course, I understand that this is a business and that I have to be here on the time that I say, but they work within our time frame. They know that we've got to give ourselves 3 hours to do it. But, we also understand that life happens. And so, I think for me, that is quite an important, that family feel that I get from Uget and Melissa, I think is what, there's a nice energy about it, and you need to come to a place where you feel relaxed and be able to talk about a whole number of things. We talk about a whole host of things, and it's also fine to not talk and to come and do some work, and it's also fine to come and sleep if you want to and I often don't do that, but today I know that I was dropping up because you're enjoying you trust the two people whose hands are in your hair and know that they're not going to be pulling, and they'll be listening and making sure that your experience is an enjoyable one. So yes, I think the main thing that I really enjoy about Bespoke Hairstyles is the family energy that you get from these two mothers. And I think that is also important, as a mother myself, that, they understand that life happens, and how that life is reflected in my hair. They bring that experience to bear on how they treat my hair. That's why I like coming to Bespoke Hairstyles. M&H, Bespoke Hairstyles.
Ah well, mon nom s'appelle SK, original, featuring Ada, lawyer entertainment present, yeah, street blaster. On y va. Tout le monde est présenté, vos chansons s'il vous plaît, voici votre SK Blinks original, featuring Ada. Afrique, balancez, balancez, Afrique, bougez, bougez, Afrique, balancez, balancez.